Take me out to California. Take me out to California.
Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. If you are new to this channel, on this channel I talk largely about self-development, mindset, how we can be our best selves. And also I do share things about my family and our life. I have two daughters, Brooke and Texas. And yeah, I will talk a little bit about all of that stuff and I hope you enjoy it. If you do enjoy it, which would be ace, then I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel. It takes a second, just click the subscribe. Click the bell button because then you'll know when I am doing videos. Largely I'm going to be doing videos Wednesdays and Sundays and they will go out around 7 PM on said days and I'll just chuck in a few more whenever. That's it. On this video I want to talk to you about, because it's ending, because we're coming to the end of the year now, 2019. I don't know why I said that, because if you didn't know what year it was, but then you might not be watching that this year, so you don't necessarily know what year it is. Anyway, it's end of 2019. I wanted to acknowledge some of my own successes for the year, and that sounds like really bragging, but I think it's really important when every year I guess we have, if you're like me, you have goals, you have things that you want to do within the year. Some of you might not, but you probably still do in a way, even if you haven't sat down and written out a goal or a thing that you want to do. You've probably thought, I'd love to do that this year. Or even, do you know what, even if you don't, it's nice to look back on the year and just acknowledge where the successes were throughout the year. So you can just go, yeah, I did all right. I did all right. Because otherwise what happens is we end up finding we end the year on a negative, that we think, oh, I didn't do that thing and I didn't achieve this thing and that's awful. And it's so strange for me now to look back on me of, I don't know, maybe when I was probably 17, 18, 19, late teens, I would say probably was the worst, maybe early 20s, when actually I used to be really, really harsh on myself at this time of year. I would spend the time going, well, you didn't get that part in you didn't move to this next stage of your career. I was a TV actress mostly at the time, and so I would feel like I hadn't progressed in some way, and I was just really mean to myself, and it always felt like the year ended on a bad note. So really now, consciously, I recognize the bigger picture. Okay, 1 year at the age I am at 35 is like the years just fly by. When you're like a kid, how long does a year feel? Oh my god, a year feels so long. And then you get to adult age and life happens and you're like, sorry, excuse me, it's December. And what? Like, you can't believe it. So that is, now I have to recognize the bigger picture, that I have goals for the next 5 years, 10 years, as well as my yearly goals that I want to do. So this year has been a really productive year, and I think that I really feel like I've done a lot of the stuff that I wanted to do, and probably more. So I'm going to list them off because it's a lot of stuff in it. So the first one is that my Happy Me project workshops. I've talked about these on here before. The workshops are the very basics of self-development. My brand of self-development is self-development doesn't have to be fancy. It can just be very basic, and that's what the workshops are all about. So I have had 7 sell-out workshops across the UK. Newcastle, Coventry, Manchester, Nottingham. I did a kids workshop with the girls, which is on this channel as well, which you can watch. Parents and children positive mindset workshop as well. And these workshops were bigger than they were the year previously, so I did run them the year previously to that, but they weren't quite as big. I didn't do as many of them, and I scaled it up in terms of I involved other businesses. I had some great businesses who came along and showcased what they are doing, that came along to the workshop and they were part of it, and they added so much value. So if you were one of those businesses, thank you so much. You were just awesome, and I picked the right people every time, and I was just really very lucky with that. And the people that came to my workshops, also, thank you so much for coming. You were so amazing, and the people that came really made me feel full and energized, and I've had a year of just lovely messages off you and so many breakthroughs for the people that came to the workshop. I mean, just this week I had one off a lovely lady who her and her family have come to pretty much every Newcastle workshop that I've done, and their family's just steadily grown. They've like added people to the list of people who are coming to the workshop. In fact, I think one year their auntie and cousin came, but they didn't know they'd both booked on it, which is crazy to me, but brilliant. And this lady messaged me, and she'd had a bereavement in her family recently, and she just thanking me for my help, I guess, and basically my help in teaching her how to see life in a different way, which is just amazing. And she said to me, and it made me laugh so much, she said that her husband had said in the, you know, in amongst all of the grief and the chaos, just what would Holly do? I was like, that's so funny, that's amazing to me. But she messaged me and told me that, which is such a generous thing to do. And just the best feeling for me with these workshops is knowing that some of you that came to this workshop, hopefully a lot of you, I mean, I would love that, but that you felt something was unlocked for you, and so that you can do that. Because it's not me that's making that lady behave in a way that feels good to her, it's her. It's just that maybe I've given her some tools to be able to unlock that, and that's amazing. That's why I do what I do. But it's not me that's doing it for. It's that you guys that came to my workshop, you've unlocked things for yourself, and you've done that. It was always in you. It wasn't from me. It's not some kind of like magic. It's just you had that in you, and I'm so lucky and that I'm able to have you there at my workshop, and I'm able to just go, come on, you can do it, and give you some tools to be able to help you to deal with stuff. So the workshops this year have just been brilliant, and I've loved them, and I've learned so much this year. I will be continuing with workshops in the next year, but they're going to be in a different form. So those of you who have been along before, these will be new workshops. My focus this year is going to be on confidence and self-belief, which I have a big chunk of, but I can always work, and you guys can work on it, and we can work on it together. But that's going to be my focus this year, so can't wait to share with you all my ideas about that. Next thing on, oh, and the online course as well. So the Happy Me Project online has been going since November 2017, and that is a course, 21-day course. It's 30 quid, 30 English pounds. You can get that anywhere in the world at any time, and you will have access to it forever. And that every year, and since it's begun, I had no expectation of it, but it's just, I've seen hundreds and hundreds of people across the world go through its virtual doors, and that's brilliant. And I've continued with that this year. I will be launching the confidence version of that. So I am doing now, the Happy Me Project does confidence and self-belief, and that's going to be a bigger course, so it'll be a tiny bit more expensive, but not massively. I try and keep things a little bit I try and keep things affordable for people, because I don't want it to be some elite thing. But this is going to be bigger, there's going to be more to it, so the price will reflect that, but it's going to be amazing. The content, I've already started the content, and I'm so excited about it, so I can't wait to launch that and help you all with your confidence and feeling good. And it's exciting. I'm actually a bit nerdily excited about that. I also launched 2 necklaces this year with Mantra Jewellery. I actually haven't got it on because I put fake tan on, so I took it off this morning and I haven't put it on, but this is a Mantra Jewellery necklace. I launched 2 necklaces with them. One is my diamond necklace, one is my unbreakable bar. And it was such a privilege to work with these guys, because they are amazing. And Mantra Jewellery is all about wearing your message. So on this is one they got me last Christmas actually, and it says whatever it takes, which has always been my base message, whatever it takes to get you through the stuff in life that we go through. And so being able to work with these guys and create 2 necklaces with them, which you can buy, we'll put the links below for that. Do I have to hashtag ad, even though it's kind of my thing? Hashtag ad. But yeah, I will put that on anyway. But yeah, so the necklaces, I've seen loads of you wearing them, and like they both come with a mantra, and they're an amazing present for people. I loved Mantra Jewellery before I worked with them, because I love the idea that you can send someone, you send them a message, you send them the present, but you can do it online, and you can write a message on the back, like why you picked that for them. So it's just lovely. The diamond necklace is diamonds are made under pressure. And the unbreakable mantra is, life cannot break me, for I know how strong I am. And that is so powerful to me. So if you've got a friend that's going through some stuff, then get them one of those necklaces, because there's something in it. There's something, knowing that you're holding that necklace, that it's on you, that you are unbreakable, that no matter what tough stuff you are going through, you are a diamond, you are, and you can wear them together as well. So that was a big achievement and a lovely thing this year. I feel really proud of that. Next one is one that I've wanted to do forever, and it was being able to do my first TED Talk. And I know you guys who followed me online will know how excited I am about this. Again, this came about through somebody who came to one of my workshops, and because I'm accountable to the things that I want, I talk about the things that I want, that's how it happened. And I was just, it was every bit as exciting and wonderful as I imagined that it would be. You can watch that if you go onto the TEDx channel or the TED Talk channel. You'll be able to watch, I'll put a link for that under there underneath if you would like to watch this. But that was just incredible and I loved it, and I've had such good feedback from the talk. It was called Tough Luck, Why Accepting Life's Unfairness Will Set You Free. Something that I feel very passionately about. What else have I done? I did an NLP course. So I had done some bits of NLP before. If you do not know what this is, it's neuro-linguistic programming. So it's a lot of the stuff that Tony Robbins does, and it's just an add-on so to the coach and stuff that I do. It's a few new techniques and a thought process, a way of doing things that is all about programming your brain to be its best self. And it was fantastic. I did it with a lady called Rebecca Lockwood, who again, I will link to that course if it's something that interests you. It was really great. I met two lovely ladies, Michelle and Stacey, two amazing coaches. And it was just a great experience and another skill and just something I've wanted to do for a while and hadn't really set time out for myself to do it. But this year I did, and I went and did a whole week's course. And it was great. I loved it. It's just something I'm nerdy, geeky, like obsessed with psychology and mindset and how our brains work. Loved it. I did, oh yeah, so we did this grief encounter, which is, again, I will link them below. Grief Encounter are a charity for bereaved children, and whether that's a sibling or a parent. So me and the girls went and did an overnight camp with at a PGL camp with Grief Encounter, and that was brilliant. Loved it. And it was really important for us to acknowledge their grief and for them to meet other children. So that was brilliant. Loved that. Was part of my winning things. Being interviewed by Lorraine Kelly this year again. So Lorraine Kelly, for those of you outside of the UK, is a big TV show here, and Lorraine interviewed me not long after the death of Ross, and then again at Christmas of the same year, 2017, and we talked about the loss at Christmas and grief and all of that kind of stuff. But this year again, Lorraine got me back in to talk about the Happy Me project and the stuff that I'm doing with mindset and how you can take something sad and make it into something good. And I again just want to say thank you so much to Lorraine Kelly's team. You are fabulous and so supportive of me and the things that I'm doing. And it's great, and it gave me a really good platform to be able to talk to people about what my message is and how I believe that self-development is for everybody, and that we all need to learn the skills that I've been able to learn over the years, and it doesn't have to be some elite thing. And I love that. And I know a lot of people that came to my workshops this year, nearing the end of the year, I think there was only 2 workshops left when I did Lorraine, so slightly unfortunate in that way, but it meant that going forward next year, hopefully many of you will attend things and do things because you saw that. So thank you so much for doing that, Lorraine, and all of the lovely team, the producers and directors and everybody involved in that, because I think you're amazing. I've appeared in all the newspapers over here in the UK, the Daily Mirror, the Sun, the Daily Mail, the Express, the Metro, what other ones? Independent, all of them, just all of them. And all the local newspapers, the Nottingham Post, the Evening Chronicle in Newcastle, the Coventry Telegraph, loads. I've appeared in the Birmingham Living magazine, which was a really lovely big 2-page spread on the stuff that I'm doing, and I did a talk at the Rico Arena, which I mentioned on here, at a wellbeing festival, which was a really great festival, a free festival for people, and it raised money for Haven, a breast cancer charity. So that was great. So yeah, I've had a lot of good press this year, and that's not just, I guess, also acknowledging the BBC radio shows and things that I've done this year as well. There's been some really good press and some lovely articles and things, and I've got some excellent articles coming up next year. So at the beginning of next year in January, I'm going to be featured in Coach magazine, which is a magazine for coaches, life coaches, practitioners, therapists, that kind of thing. So that's really exciting. And I'm also next year going to be featured in Spirit and Destiny magazine, which again is a huge, big magazine. I'm not sure it's just in the UK, it might be outside the UK as well, but I've done some really great interviews, worked with some really fabulous journalists, and I appreciate it massively, because I can't get my message out if it isn't publicised somewhere, and you give me a platform to be able to do that. So this year I hope to do more of the same, but it's been great to see the Happy Me project and the stuff I'm doing featured in so many different places. So thank you very much, guys. What else have I done? Oh, this was a big one. So I hosted the Carers Awards, didn't I? So the Carers Awards it's the first ever awards for carers in the UK. So people who care for somebody else, essentially that, which anybody who does that, you are heroes to me. And I was actually quite nervous about doing it because I've never presented in awards. I've presented an award, but I've not like actually hosted the whole awards. And I guess I was a little nervous when I was asked to do it. And because I felt that nerves and that little bit of initial fear, that's why I did it. Well, it's not the only reason I did it, but that's one of the reasons I did it, because I don't like feeling scared to do something. And also I think if I'm scared to do something, it means it's going to help me grow as a person. And it did. And I'm going to be speaking with those guys this week about becoming some kind of ambassador for them and a bit of a face to help them in some way. So that'll be amazing and exciting too. I've spoken at the MIBA Social Summit. I do the awards this year? Was that this year? I think it was. God, that's terrible, isn't it? The year's just blurred. But I've done lots of stuff with MIBA, Mums and Business Association. I'm a huge fan of these guys. Estelle and Leona are amazing people, and I'm really proud of them. I just feel really proud of them. They've created a sensational business, and it's through absolute graft, and I'm well proud of them. And I'm so privileged that I was lucky enough that they kind of sought me out early doors when they were just beginning their journey. And so thank you for letting me be involved, because you're great and I champion you always. I've done lots of speaking festivals and lots of speaking events this year, which has just been great, and I want to do more of that in the next year, because as you can tell by this long video, I like the speaking. I got an award, which was nice. I also got I've been nominated for a MIBA award, which was lovely and unexpected. I have to be honest, I haven't put myself forward for awards, and I will do this in the next year. So tell me what awards I should put myself up for, because you probably know more than me what is out there. But I also got a Women Who award, so I was there to speak at the Women Who Solopreneur Awards, and then when I got there I was given a special recognition award, a kind of category that was just for me, and that was exciting and unexpected and lovely. So that's very nice. I mean, we don't do things for accolades and awards, but actually as a business person, those things are nice ticks. When people read your biog and what you're all about, if you've got a few awards just chucked in there, like this is an award-winning YouTube channel, did you know? The Northern Blogger Awards gave me an award. How lovely. Doesn't that sound really fancy and lovely? So yeah, tell me about these awards, and if you feel like I should be nominated for award, then nominate me. I don't know what awards I should be given. Maybe it's like most unedited videos awards with loads of mistakes in them. That should be my award, because that's what I do. Yeah, but awards, I got an award. I've been nominated for 2 awards this year through MIBA, so we will see what happens next year. I was also a judge for the MIBA Awards, but I didn't nominate myself. Other people nominate, and then I can't vote to say that I will be a finalist. So I'm a finalist, but I can't do anything to do with that. I can't pick myself, that would be outrageous. But I was also a judge and got to put loads of other female entrepreneurs forward for an award, which was lovely, and I loved seeing their excitement about that. That was nice. I spoke at the FSB Business Bootcamp recently, which again was incredible. The Federation of Small Businesses let me speak about self-care. That was wonderful. And I was asked to write for Psychology's Life Labs. So I've put a few posts and blogs and stuff out there for Psychology's magazine's Life Labs online platform. Those of you who have watched me speak and whatever, I can't speak clearly today, for a while will know that I'm obsessed with Psychology's magazine. It's one of my favorites, and so I will at some point be in there. I'm putting it out there to the universe. If anybody from Psychology's magazine is watching, or anybody has any connections, I want to write for you. I will write for you. I want to be in your magazine. I mean, I want the front page really, but I think I'll have to get back into acting to do that, because otherwise I won't get the front page. But I want to write for you, Psychologist magazine. So everybody, just anyone who knows anybody there, just elbow them, be like, this girl can write, she'll do all right for you. It'll be a different voice to you've had already. And then what else? So yeah, so other things this year with family stuff. So family stuff has been that we've done lots of nice things together. Lots of firsts. Even this week we went ice skating. That was a first. We hadn't been ice skating together. The girls' swimming has come on loads. I've got them a maths tutor, which was a big deal. Maths is not my strongest area, and although I do all right, and I actually did go back and do a maths course before the girls were born, because I missed a lot of school due to being an actor and filming, and I avoided maths. That was my thing. So that's something that I know is not my strongest. I'm not slagging myself off. It's just not my strongest area, and I want my children to soar and be better than me. So I got them a maths tutor, and he comes every Sunday, and he's great, and the girls have really, really improved in their maths. So I feel like that's such a huge win. Swimming as well. The girls' swimming has come on massively. Again, a huge win. We've had some nice holidays. We've been to some new places. I've done a lot of stuff around the house, which is a win. I mean, I could have done more, but then I'm not focusing on that. I've actually done quite a lot. So these things are wins for me. And I'm healthy and happy, and all of this stuff is good. So I just wanted to acknowledge it all, because otherwise we end the year going, oh, I didn't do that thing. I'm excited about next year. I'm excited about the plans that I have in place. And I would just like to say thank you so much to you guys for watching this channel, for those of you that follow my social media, for anybody that has been involved in anything that I'm proud of and happy about. Thank you so much. And for the people around me, my closest people, you know who you are. My closest people, the people I love dearly, just, you're amazing. And thank you for helping me through things that I've needed help through, and for shining a light on things that needed shining a light on, and whatever else. It's been a good year. It's been a positive year. There has been more good than bad, and lots of good things for the future. And I hope that you guys feel the same about your year. And even if it hasn't been the year, even if some tough stuff has happened, that's okay. Keep walking. Keep walking forward. Good things can happen. Good things are going to happen. As long as you just keep walking forward and just allow things to be. And yeah, next year is going to be great. And this year has been great. So thanks. Take care.
Take me out